Gaming and overdosed. Current score is 1-1, and as Doggy rightly pointed out, PvT on merry-go-round. This is a fun map, as I'm not sure if you guys heard our little rant about this map, but it's a fun map. We are in the game, up here, in the top right side of the map, merry-go-round, playing for his clan that goes by the name of Miraculous Gaming, the player and the owner, the Purple Protoss player. We have Freizya. Down here in the bottom left side of the map, merry-go-round, playing for his clan that goes by the name of Overdosed. The blue Terran player, it's Aegis. Alright, well, Freizya, not going to wall off, not going to put that pylon in the back, so he's not going to look to trap Reapers really on. So perhaps he's looking to hide something across the map, or perhaps not. That's very interesting. I'm very curious to see what he does now. So much BM. And it looks like Aegis is going to go for the wall off. Maybe. This also could just be a scouting depot to see when a probe enters your base.
Yeah, possibly.
No, okay, it is going to be a wall. Alright, well that's interesting, because if this was a Blinkstalker friendly map, which I think it definitely could be, well, maybe. I'm very curious now if this would be a decent Blinkstalker map. But Aegis has that 12-12 going. And you've got 13 gate, 14 gas, 15 gas from Freizya. I'm not sure.
See
Sorry.
Aegis looking around his natural to make sure there's no proxy anythings.
Yeah, and looks like both players are actually going to scout each other in the last position they check, so that's kind of annoying, being a player on a map like this. It's just kind of like, oh man, really? No, actually, Aegis... Okay, he's going to take the watchtower first. I was wondering what that SCV was doing.
It's not a 4-player map where you're scouting your opponent last. That's sort of annoying.
Yeah, this is much different, and I think this is also a very odd quirk of this map, is you scout the wrong direction once and you're like, oh, okay, now I know where they are.
Yeah.
Freizya throwing out the delayed GLHF, but hey, that's okay. Sometimes we forget.
Aegis retaliates with his own good luck, have fun.
Yep. And looks like Aegis has that Reaper on the way. Freizya has a Zealot on the way, most likely to try to prevent any kind of engineering bay blocks that Aegis may try to pull. And here comes Freizya's probe. It's going to get in. There's no wall. This wall is not completed. And yeah, that Reaper's going to pop out and kill this probe. So that probe's left for dead.
Sees the
and
Reaper.
the Zealot's actually going to finish. So, I don't
Delays
know if
the
that's
Reaper.
intentional.
Yeah,
It delays
Reaper
the
not...
Nexus,
Yeah.
unfortunately, for Freizya. Command center for Aegis. Reactor coming down on the barracks.
Only 2 probes in that geyser. Now 3.
Oh yeah, fixes it. Yeah. Zealot, man. We have a Mothership Core instead of a Stalker, so we're going to delay Warp Gate and a Stalker as well to get that Mothership Core out just a little bit quicker. On the side of Aegis, we have a bunker going down here at the top of the ramp. Aegis is clearly very scared about some kind of aggression. He's making a full wall, and he has the second barracks on the way as well. And he's actually supply blocked heavily 19 out of 19. That's really unfortunate. Here comes the Reaper, though. See if he can get anything done.
What will he see?
Yeah, there's no tech choice so far from Freizya. He sees 1 pylon, 2 pylon, and he should be able to see this 3rd pylon as well. Okay,
Looks
yeah.
like,
So he knows there's no cheats. There's no proxies. That Reaper got its information. It saw that there's going to be no proxies, and also saw it's a robo, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, he did see the robo. Okay. Well, he knows what he's playing against now, so he knows it's most likely going to be Colossi. Could also be an Immortal Bust, but those are very few and far between.
Yeah, we'll have to get some more information. See what's laid down next.
And there's a sentry from Freizya, so he's going to have a few force fields. Aegis going to look to land that command center now. Bunker being put down at the natural. The one at the main going to be salvaged. And that's very interesting from Aegis. That's something we don't see from a lot of Terran players really at all, is that bunker at the very front of the ramp just to make sure they don't die really early on to anything.
Yeah.
What is this probe doing? Probe,
Proxying something. He's gonna build a pylon.
He must be proxying something. The The first Marine moving out on the map for Aegis just to take this watchtower. I like that move.
Yeah.
That's always a nice thing for any player to do, whether you're Zerg, Terran, or Protoss. Taking that watchtower very early.
It's good to have vision of the map. Have awareness.
Yes, map vision is another resource of StarCraft 2. At least, that's what most people say anyway. First observer moving out across the map now for Freizya. So he's going to be able to get in the main base, and he may see this push out as well.
Yeah,
yes,
he sees it with observer.
And we have this other observer sitting outside his own natural, so...
Yeah, it looks like Aegis is playing it very safe too, as you can see the turrets in his mineral lines preemptively.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to take any damage at all from anything. He's just looking to play super safe. Factory coming down now for Aegis. And Freeze is going to be able to see this a mile away, and he's going to have 3 sentries parked here on the ramp. Now, this is a lot of force fields to be wasted, though. Unfortunately for Freizya, if he wants to go ahead and do so, he's going to back out instead.
I don't know how I feel about that scan.
Yeah, that's a very... I mean, of course, Aegis wants to be safe and doesn't want to run up the ramp and run into enough that a Protoss isn't going to try to force field it all off this early on. But that's a lot of force fields being wasted. Warp Prism coming out from Freizya. Okay. And we have that robotics bay and a forge on the way as well. So Freizya looking to take a little bit of pain to the other side of this Warp Prism. And there's a proxy base by Freizya.
Oh, wow.
Not the proxy pylon, it built a proxy nexus instead. Okay. That's interesting. That's something we never, ever, well...
I have a feeling that won't be scouted.
Yeah, that's not going to be scouted, really.
Until he thinks something is up.
Ooh, nice hallucinated Colossus there by Freizya, pushing Aegis' army all the way back home. And Aegis is also reacting now, having 2 bunkers being put at the front. Grand total of 3. Now that Warp Prism is across the map, and looks like it's about to get into the main base here fairly shortly. Scan went down in the natural. He sees it's a hallucination now. Yeah, and he cancels 1 bunker, going to leave a second one just in case. And this glass is going to play a really big role in this Warp Prism, because again, it can't get all the way behind the natural as it normally would love to. Instead, it's kind of stuck here in this weird limbo space. I like Aegis' marine positioning around the map.
Look at that glass. Look at, see how it runs into the glass.
Yeah, this is really annoying on this map.
Yeah.
But again, I want to go back to Aegis' marine positioning on this map. This is something I don't think a lot of Terran players don't do enough.
I think he did not know about that glass, as you can see.
Yeah.
He just... Run! Oh man, that's big.
That's a whole nexus worth of minerals lost right there for Freizya. 2 zealots.
No damage done for Freizya.
Yeah, pretty much, and that's really, really nice for Aegis. You know, as a Terran player, when you shut down a Warp Prism like that, you feel great after shutting that down. You're like, okay, cool, I killed it, I don't have anything else to worry about. And
from the look of it, though, I think Freizya really did not know that that glass was there. Like, I think it really looked like he was trying to go out farther, but...
Yeah, you can tell he was struggling with that.
Yeah. So he might have not known that.
Yeah, and that's something that happens, though. You know, fairly new map, you know, maybe he hasn't played on it a lot, and he didn't quite know about that glass mechanic. But here comes the drop from Aegis. He may be able to pick off the gateway, or maybe this robotics bay if he's lucky.
Where'd place the drop in at?
In the main base. Yeah, he placed the drop really nicely as well.
Uh-oh, there's a glass doing its work again.
Yeah, man, the glass is just a mess for every flying unit. Well, and Medevac almost losing its life due to the glass, much like the Warp Prism, but this 3rd base is still up for Freizya that Aegis has not scouted at all. 2 more starports going down instead of just a single starport. 3rd base going to be taken now for Aegis, though. And he is supply blocked heavily, unfortunately 113 out of 113. Double medevac drop going to be spotted by this observer.
Observer sitting within turret range, so if you want to send some Marines out there and kill it, he could.
Is it really? Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, now it's not.
Yeah, now it just
flies away.
He's making a tank. Huh. I love what Aegis is doing with all these Marines. I love this. This is great. He's spreading them all out around the map to try to make a ring of vision. Oh my god, Aegis. Dude, he could actually send these medevacs over to this other side and actually spot that hidden base. Because he's going to feel like he's way more ahead than he is.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here comes the double drop. There's 3 Templar here, though. No Storm could pick up the Templar Archives. That would be a great...
Oh, feedbacks? Yes, there will be feedbacks.
That Freeze is coming all the way back.
Oh no, come on, control them.
Templar.
Oh man.
three of them gonna die. A fourth one narrowly escaping with 4 HP. Wow,
Quite
that
worth
was
it.
a
Quite
big
worth
drop.
it. Get that many High Templars.
Yeah, and gets out with both medevacs as well.
I'd be
It loses
feeling
a
good.
few units, but that's definitely worth it.
Ooh, look at the production tab.
Banshees.
Bum, bum,
I
bum.
like that. I like that decision a
Yes.
lot.
I'm
That's-
excited.
Yes. Yes, I'm also excited because these guys can deal with the Colossi, and they can also make sneak attacks to try to deal with any kind of Templar that try to flank the Terran army or anything of that nature. So this Banshee edition is really, really cool. It's something we don't see rarely, but I enjoy it.
And as you can see, he does not have a lot of anti-air either. Just 3 Stalkers and a few sentries.
Comes this drop again, though. If he gets his Templar Archives before Storm finish, it's going to be huge. But Freeze's already way in position. He's already way prepared for that. He's not going to
The glass.
Look at those. They're just running along the glass. That's
The
crazy.
glass. No! What are you
One
doing?
medevac will fall. The second medevac going to fall, and the glass
Oh, wow.
claims
Yeah, the glass,
2 more
wow.
victims.
The glass is just claiming lives this game.
Yep, that is third life lost due to the glass. And it looks like Freezya looking to take a 4th base. That's a lot of Templar, though. That is 8 Templar.
Yeah, and they
It's
actually
quite
have
hefty.
like 2 storms each, is what it looks like. Almost, each of them.
Yeah, these Banshees, man, this is going to be really hard. And is Aegis transitioning into mech? Oh, he's transitioning into Sky Terran. Okay.
Oh my.
Look at that, a 4th base from Aegis. So he's going to be on equal. He's actually going to be ahead if that base is allowed to go up, and he's able to save this 3rd. I think we know it's going to be hard. Lots of Guardian Shields being used there by Freezya. Perhaps a misclick.
I don't know how I feel about these tanks. Maybe they might be able to cause more damage than damage they will give.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Aegis stemming his entire army for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe it makes click.
These Banshees. These Banshees
Hey,
can actually go
Banshees.
up and start hitting
Hey,
them.
Banshees. Do work,
Oh,
Banshees. Come on. Oh, wow. He's not confident
He's
about
actually
this.
doing a lot of damage here. Surprisingly.
Hit the High
not.
Templars. Not in range.
There's the scan. Where are
Oh,
those Banshees?
hit him. Oh, those High Templar. One goes down.
Yep, another one goes down. They're really low health right now. If Aegis is able to target those are going to die. A Storm coming down. A really nice Storm.
Yeah, look at
Aegis
those
is
Banshees.
standing there. Here come the Cloaked Banshees. Going to get the Templar, though. Yep, every single Templar going to fall here.
And I don't think there's any observers here for,
No, there's no observers.
wow.
Banshees reign supreme.
Doing work.
Being forced
Yeah,
to
he's gonna have to retreat until he gets another observer.
Yeah. I don't think I don't know how much longer Aegis can hold this though. Unfortunately, this is quite a big Protoss army.
Yeah, he needs to decloak those Banshees. He doesn't want to waste that energy.
Yeah, he does go ahead and decloak those, but he was forced to lift his 3rd, unfortunately. And these tanks up on the high ground though, they paid for themselves by targeting down those Templar, those very, very crucial Templar, and the double
There were a
drop.
few on the lower ground. I think it would have been helpful too for targeting High Templar.
Yeah, that would have definitely been very, very good. This double drop looks like it's going to move its way in now. Not see a 3rd base, and Freezy's going to proxy this 4th base now as well. So I think Aegis feels in a commanding position, but as we as observers can see, he is not, as Freeze is taking his own 4th base. Lots of Templar now being worked on. That's very interesting. That's something we don't see. They're going to be made into Archons. I like that decision from Freezya.
Yeah, Archons.
On damage.
Yeah, splash damage for those Banshees that stack.
Yeah. And if we look at the work counts now, 64 probes to 52 SCVs, 25 Zealots on the map for Freezya. Unfortunately, Zealots don't jump up and hit air.
Yeah, that is a lot of Zealots though.
Yeah, that's a lot. The ground army's almost going to melt to that amount of Zealots.
It really has nothing to defend the 3rd, as you can see. It's sort of all just defending the natural
Yeah.
by the positioning of the tanks.
Proxy pylons around the map as well. A 5th base being established now by Freezya. And looks like this is how Freezya wins a majority of his games by the looks of things. Just these proxy hidden bases, because you can tell he's very, very comfortable with doing things like this. Like, he's like, okay, you're never going to scout it. And he just seems very comfortable with
His
these
army's moving out. I don't know how I feel about this. There are no ghosts EMP those High Templar.
Yeah, just lots and lots of Banshees, though, by Aegis. And these Ravens are coming out now, but I don't know how much those Ravens are going to be able to do, unfortunately. This is going to be a very, very scary position here for Aegis.
Yeah, they're only finishing now. They're only... How much is the upgrade? They don't even have the upgrade, so they're starting with 50 energy, so it's going to take a while for them to replenish energy to get to 100 for point defense.
Oh, but this one base was found, though, by Aegis. This one hidden base. He hasn't found the one on the top, though.
Here we go, the 3rd.
Yep, third being sieged yet again. These tanks, though, on the high ground, doing what they were paid to do.
Storm. Oh,
Ooh,
Storm
these
takes out
SCVs,
a lot of
let's
SCVs.
see. Yeah, only 3 were able to survive that massacre by the looks of things, and there is an observer here with this army. There's actually 2 of them. 3. 3 of
Following
them,
that big
actually.
head of the Colossi.
Yep. The Colossi is the protector of the observers.
Oh man, here comes up the ramp. He does not want these Banshees to stack.
No, he doesn't. And here we go. Freezya gonna commit.
Oh! No,
Yeah,
run the
but-
Banshees back. Okay, good splitting.
Storm there.
I'm liking that. Wait, it's actually scaring Freezya away. He's a little iffy about engaging right there.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, can you really blame him though? Like engaging up the top of a ramp versus a Sky Terran army with that many Banshees. And here comes a double drop being lifted into that other proxy
Nice.
base here, and that was killed off. And he's gonna load up. And I think
pick
if
him
he
up.
flies up, oh, he's gonna spot the other one as well. He's gonna spot this and be like, "How long have you been mining this?"
Yeah,
This must have been
he'll click the minerals and he'll be like, "Wow, you've had this for a while."
Yeah, and that's kind of unfortunate, you know, that Aegis didn't scout that earlier. But how does Freeze respond to this? Like, he's just constantly warping in. Ooh, that's a lot of DTs, though.
Any scans left? Wow, that is a lot of DTs. I'd imagine these will come in handy much later.
Yeah, and
As
with
you
all
can
those
see-
DTs,
Yeah, as you can
They
see.
say-
What do you say? What do they say, man?
what do they say? I don't know. What do they say?
I don't know.
Question of the hour.
What do they say? This is wisdom right here. Pay attention, people. What do they say? But as we can see, like, you can see, Aegis doesn't exactly have a mobile army. He has a lot of tanks that are just sitting here, and the Banshees are his probably most mobile unit. And wow, there's a lot of them now. Wow.
Yeah, there's so many Banshees. That's 23 Banshees. That's more
I
than
like
you
this
make,
a lot better if he has some ghosts, though. Like, he's not going to be able to directly engage that army, even with as good as the splits might be.
Where does these go?
He's going to need some monster splits, those Banshees, if he's going to engage that army.
Yeah, he is. Where did they go?
Dark
Okay,
Temple.
one is in with his army, but the rest of them looks like they all died.
Dark
That's kind
Temple?
of- Yeah,
Wow.
and we'll saying this game, and I can't really blame him, as this is very interesting. Aegis is the Terran version of Phil. No, unfortunately, I think that title goes to Dog. Every single game.
He can share the title if he continues to do the same strat.
Well, here we go. Aegis still with these tanks up here on this high ground, really providing a lot of fire support.
What is he going to do? He's going into the main. I mean, the natural.
Yeah,
Wow.
here we go. There's a lot of Templar here.
Storms on these Banshees not being microed.
Yep,
Oh, that
and
hurts.
ugh. That's a lot of storms, though, being used by Freizya.
Oh, on the Seeker Missile, it doesn't connect.
Seeker missile not gonna go off.
Oh, you see the Banshees up here taking away that hidden third.
Killed that base. These Vikings here are completely exposed. There's a lot of stalkers on the map now. There's 23 stalkers on the map. They do have blink and they do have +3 armor and +1 attack.
I
Man,
really
this
don't know
counter
how to
base
feel about this game. I don't know who's going to win. This is crazy.
game. Yeah, this is really, really close, honestly. Like, Freeze is able to have those proxy bases up for a while and is really able to keep his economy going, but Aegis able to make this weird bio into Sky Terran transition, which is something we never ever see, as Terran is generally the race where you pick an army composition and you stick with it, but Aegis showing us, no, I don't care, I transition if I want to. And Freeze's army's all the way out in the middle of the map, and another base does have the risk of falling here by all these Banshees of Aegis.
Freeza just doesn't look like he's making up his mind enough. He's a little iffy about all this situation. As you can see, like his army just been sitting there in the middle of the map, walking back and forth the entire time, not knowing what to do. He just sort of
The base
confused at
falls
the moment.
immediately there for Aegis. Aegis now just finishing that +1 air attack, so... And as you said, Freezya looking very indecisive in the middle of the map there, just kind of walking back and forth, and then finally deciding...
Oh man, watch it. Maybe paying attention to these Banshees. Oh, Ravens
Yeah,
go
these
down.
storms are going to be
getting
brutal.
close. Oh my
They're
god,
storm-
brutal. That's some good storms right there.
But yeah, that was a really nice storm there by Freezya. PDDs, though, being laid down. Feedback's being used on them, but I think Freezya has enough energy to afford that. Aegis is still basically maxed
Oh, look
out.
at those glass.
Here's
Look at
glass.
glass. Oh wow.
That looks really cool, though. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie.
It's like a little snake line of Banshees. What
Flying.
are you doing, Banshees? They're not gonna get over there.
Banshees. There's more Banshees, though, into this 4th base, and Freezy's losing every single mining base that he has. He's losing all of his next eye. And
when Freeze's army gets here, he could just run away into the main base, and he'd have to go all the way around just to target that.
Yeah, he's going to get it.
Run!
He's gonna get it.
Nice.
Freezy has no more mining bases. He has no more mining at all. He has a bunch of probes that now have to long-distance mine that's going to cut into his income, and he doesn't have enough for another Nexus. Freezy's got to make something happen with this army right now. And he's moving back due to this Banshee threat. This is really cool play by Aegis.
Yeah. And not doing what I'd like him to do with these Banshees. Going to the main base, which would be very annoying. Start targeting down pylons and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really nice. Able to kill a couple key tech structures as well would be really, really nice for him.
Maybe pull his army back into the main base while this upper group of Banshees just starts doing some other damage somewhere else.
Freeze's army, it looks like it doesn't know what he wants to do with it. He's
little tiny zealot rats down here as well.
Yep, 2 zealots going into the mineral line, and again, this is something Freeza should have done much earlier, because this really pulls Aegis out of position and forces his Banshees all the way back across the map. But again, Freeza, look at the income tab. It is 40 minerals to 1k minerals a minute, so we can see Aegis is way ahead, and there's this one immortal in the middle of the map.
I don't know how I feel about these tanks.
It's feeling immortal. Yeah, but I think Aegis knows he doesn't need these tanks anymore. If he actually gets in here and forces a cancel while Freeze's army's in the middle of the map, way out of position, this could be absolutely great. No, targeting the assimilator, unfortunately, and I think Freeze is going to be able to get back and actually save this Nexus. It's going to be really close. No, tanks! No, you have to target the Nexus! No!
I think the only reason... Well, it depends what he chooses to replace their supply with. I think I liked how they were there zoning out the army at the main base. I believe with them without not being alive anymore at the main base to defend, maybe Freeza would have more confidence attacking.
Yeah, but Freeza, he's got a lot of Templar here still. He still has 7 Templar with his army, and that's a lot of Storm. They're pretty much all maxed out on energy.
He doesn't want to lose these Ravens either. 5 healthy Ravens. Don't want to get feedbacks. Or Blunk under. Blink.
Definitely not. And this is just pulling Freezya everywhere. Aegis is doing a really nice job controlling this air army.
Run! No! Pay attention to your army! Pay attention to your army!
Yeah, these storms could be absolutely brutal. A couple 100 Seeker missiles coming down on those Archons. Nice split off by Freezya there. Ooh, running them back though, taking a little bit of extra unnecessary damage. The blink forward on those Stalkers. More 100 Seeker missiles going to come down, and they will connect. Nice split so far from Freezya, and yeah, this army's trapped from Aegis.
Oh, that is a fat storm on those Banshees.
Yeah, this is a trap. Freezya was able to set this trap, but no, he's actually going to fall back, and Aegis is going to be able to get this army out of there. And Freezya is still on no mining bases. A bunker being put down. That's cute.
Where's this bunker?
And it was put down and it was killed. It was camping that base. And if you look at Aegis, man, he's got 2 to 3. He's got 3 mining bases with 5 command centers, and with 3,000 minerals. And here comes the battle cruisers.
Oh wow, repairing his Banshees.
Where are all those Banshees? Where'd they all go? Oh, there they are. Okay, they're over natural.
And battle cruisers. This is a very good choice since Freeza does not have the economy to battle that.
Yeah, he has.
Nor the army either at all.
Yeah, and the funny thing is Freezy's starting to warp in across the map to try to kill Aegis' economy, but he doesn't have any economy of his own.
Oh, this is brutal.
Yeah, and there's this one DT, man. He's got 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. But again, I think Aegis at this point, if he starts putting down a bunch of command centers and taking them into orbitals, he could afford these SCV losses.
Dark Templar worth it, but still.
Freezy has nothing to combat.
Yeah, Aegis is really far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is all Freezy's got. This is all he can muster. Until this base gets up, and even then, it's going to take him forever to get anything going. And here we go. If Aegis is able to catch the Templar at the back...
Watch the storms. Watch the storms. Oh, that is fat storm. Fat storm after fat.
Those are some really nice storms there by Freezya, but Aegis forcing Freezya to storm his entire army as well, but the entire army is going to fall.
That is... I don't know if that was intentional or not. Maybe he could have got more...
I think these Stalkers are not going to be able to deal with these battle cruisers here, and this is really, really nice so far from Aegis. If he breaks
that one back,
he'd be good.
Honestly, I don't know if losing his entire army like that was intentional to free up supply to build more battle cruisers, or actually not even battle cruisers. Or
Yeah,
maybe
he's
it's
not
just
making
bad
just
control,
making
perhaps.
banshees, but these zealots are going to town on these starports, and these, yes, they have a lot of damage output. These battle cruisers do, but
Pretty slow
these
too, as you can see. They're trying to keep up with these zealots and catch them. Ooh, key structure going down for Aegis.
core
Fusion
going
core.
down, so no more battle cruisers, and Aegis actually has no gas bank anymore. He has no gas bank. He's only got 100 gas. So what he makes is going to be pretty much what he's got. But look at Freezia's army. What does he have? He has 5 stalkers. That is all he has left because his economy has been so just ravaged. And Aegis is making 5 SCVs at a time, and he's even taking another base. And I think if Aegis pushes now, I think he can easily win this. Freizya does not have enough gas to make any Templar. And this could be the game-winning push here by Aegis.
You can see a little desperate building on all these cannons.
Yeah, we can tell Freezia's feeling desperate. He knows he needs to hold this, but I don't know. These Banshees are going to be able to... No, Aegis, go, man. It's just cannons. It's just cannons. Nothing to be scared about. Okay, he's shooting with his battle cruiser. Here we go. Is Freizya going to be able to break this army? I don't think so. Yamato's coming down.
On the Nexus.
Yeah, on the Nexus. He really wants to just stun Freezia's economy even more. And these cannons are all going to fall in Freizya. I don't know if he's going to be able to win this game from this point on.
And I actually like his composition.
Who?
Aegis' composition.
Yeah.
Composition of 5 stalkers, kill strife. I love that one.
Yeah, man. That's the best army composition in the game.
Yeah. As much DPS as battle cruisers do, Banshees can do a lot more, and you can make more of them for the supply that they cost. So I think battle cruisers are good at tanking up all the damage while the Banshees deal the damage.
He has no money. He has no economy at all. These probes force the long distance line again. Aegis going to find that base. If there's no cancel, Freizya has no more money. He cannot build another Nexus. He cannot even build an assimilator or a pylon. These probes now being forced the long distance line, but they are all going to die. And Freizya now going to try to make what he can happen with these stalkers, but it's not going to be enough. In a million years, unfortunately for you, Freizya, this is the end. These stalkers are going to do nothing at all, unfortunately, for Freizya. Making Marines now is Aegis. He can literally just run those Marines into those stalkers and just win the game. Yeah. Oh man, even a stalker dying to that planetary, that's really unfortunate.
Damn planetary OP. Yeah,
man, planetary Imba. This mothership core has been sitting here all game long and is finally gonna die and not see its use. Freizya really being annoying with these stalkers, but I don't think it matters, man. Like, this one Banshee's gonna come over here, there's no detection. Oh, but there's no energy. But
no energy.
The rest of the bioforces.
These bioforces make those stalkers run away.
Yeah, the only Freizya structure is gonna be left on the map is gonna be this pylon up here where this proxy base was.
Wow.
Now we're just waiting for Freizya to accept his defeat and call GG at this point. I mean, he doesn't have enough money to build anything else. Except an assimilator, but he has no more... Oh, no, he does have one probe up here at this pylon. But, I mean, one assimilator, where are you going to build it at? The entire map is going to be covered in Aegis. There you go. GG.
GG. It was a great game.
It was an amazing game.
Innovative play here from Aegis.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. That was really nice. Breaking the rules of Terran. Saying, okay, well... I'm gonna go bio, and then I'm just gonna go into Sky Terran. And Freizya, he looks like he didn't know how to deal with that. Like, as you said, he was hesitating a lot in the middle of the map with his army.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are curious about the score, that game brings it up to 2-1 in favor of OD. What a game.
Float.
I'm gonna take a drink of my water now.
No Arcturus in chat. This is not a replay. These games are live.
These games certainly are live. Overgrowth. Gonna be the arena for game number 4. And we're gonna have a ZVT. It looks like
Hannibal versus Towley.
Alright, this is gonna be good.